Good to see you guys. Okay, so today is the 24th of September, Friday. Yes, thank God it's Friday once again. I cannot wait for Friday. And today happened to be my son's birthday too, so that's why I'm pretty excited. In fact, my son is telling me, Daddy, my birthday is coming. This year will be his 10th birthday, and I cannot deny this. I cannot be any prouder than this event itself. So all I can say is, guys, love the family, love your career, love the work you do, and of course, love the money that you make for the market. Because you make a lot of hard work for the market, you don't want to give back the money. All right, that's very, very important. So now the thing is this, now we have this 10-year yields. The 10-year yield has crossed 1.43%. Now the thing is this, as you know, guys, that I've been calling for the yield to go up. All right, I've been saying that, and I told you that likely it will happen. Then of course it really happened. So what causes it is quite interesting. Okay. So of course the Wall Street joke of the day itself, you can see that the bear is pretty pissed. Why? Because we are seeing this right now. Look at the market. Okay. Okay, look at it. The Dow Jones went up by 500 points. Now the Dow Jones is up by 300 points yesterday, the day before, and 500 points last night. So total 800 points. The Dow was down by almost 700 points in the early of this week. Now it's up by 800 points. Seriously, the bears are pissed. But the problem is that isn't that we know that the Federal Reserve, the last FOMC meeting shows that there is a possibility of 3 interest rate hike in 2024. Exactly my point, it's supposed to be. But the problem is that the market is still having the $120 billion, which I've been warning you, and I told you that the money will come in. And truth be told itself, right, after the selling, okay, the market came into the money, and straight away, so you can see the market just uplifted. Okay, so that's my point here about this market. You still must understand this. So that's why yesterday we calling for buy in the Dow Jones and the market, but apparently people just couldn't accept that. That was difficult. All right, so now the disclaimer as usual, once again, you have read it through, you have actually accepted the above and identified me, okay? All right, now, okay, so we have a very cool moment right now because as you see, our Hang Seng, I'm talking to you live right now, right? The Hang Seng group is in the office, the other side, and they're actually preparing to trade the Hang Seng in about 15 to 20 minutes time. So of course, if you want to join us, you can see that we're having a lot of fun here itself in the office, okay? But of course, to keep our distance, mask must be on throughout, okay, all this period. Now, because I'm not talking to you, I'm fine and do that. Okay, so you want to join us, contact Keng Hua, he will be able to bring you in. All right, cool, huh? Okay, now let's just look at the US economic calendar. Now we have the initial jobless claim coming at 351,000. Wow, 351. Okay, that means it's higher than the last time. The last time we're looking at 335. Now it's 351. So up another 16,000. I thought the world economy is doing well. Question mark, right? And of course, the forecast was looking at 320. That means that the market was expecting a lower number, but yet the number came out higher twice, technically, in terms of difference. And the market, did it bother? Nope, it didn't bother. That's why the market up by 500 points. So you see that the economy itself is definitely not doing well, but the market doesn't bother. That's the reason why I keep informing you guys, throw away all the old textbook. It doesn't help anymore. Follow the chart. If the market call for buy, just stay buy. Market call for sell, just stay sell. There's nothing to look at the charts, in terms of fundamental anymore, because it won't work. It has not worked for a while already. All right. And of course, tonight we will have our new home sales. Now, new home sales, they're looking at about 714,000. I don't think so. I think the number will be lower. All right. But again, new home sales is quite interesting here itself. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of the guess game again, but before that itself, right, I want to tell this person, Charlene, yay, thank you, Pang, for actually took the effort to just do this for me. You know that I was looking, before I can actually do the research, right, Pang already done it for me. Okay, I think Darren Pang, right? Okay, right, he had found for me and sent me this, and wow, perfect spot on, perfect spot on. You see that? 351, 351, perfecto. All right, congratulations to you, Sherwin. All right, winner to 6.8 ADA coin. Wow, spot on. Okay, spot on, fantastic. All right, so okay, this is very, very cool, right? Okay, so the thing is this. Let's us do one more round for today. Since we're in a good mood today, let's try new home sales. Okay, plus minus 1,000. Let me have your pick for today? New home sales, okay? What's the new home sales number tonight? Okay, let's go, guys. Key number. The winner must be within +1 - 1K this. If not, snowball. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, we have Allison 668, Richard 680, King Hua, Brian, and so forth. Okay, all right. Wow, you guys are all coming in. Okay, guys, remember this is just only one way to keep you guys on track and also keep your, we have a rapport here as well. Now, of course, all this ADA coin is also a very good way to introduce cryptocurrency to you so they can get a hang of it and you accumulate it. Who knows, in one day, one ADA coin is worth $50,000. Wow, that means practically I've given you as much as $300,000 a couple of years later ago. All right, so think about this just for the objective. You never know, right? You never know. Anything can happen, okay? If one day ADA coin is worth 50,000, I mean today 6.8 ADA coin will worth at least $400,000. Wow, Kel give you $400,000 some time ago. Okay, countdown now, last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. Okay, what's my number? My number is lower. Okay, my number is lower. Okay, let's do it. Okay, all right, that's it. Okay, no more after me, all right, because that is the cutoff time. Okay, let's continue. All right, now Dow Jones up by 500 points last night. Wow, look at it. This is very clear. This is not buying from any individual. This is buying from some funds. Look at it, the way it uptick and the way it just keep on moving. It was no stopping, it just keep on going higher. There was some profit taking towards the end, but the point is this is definitely not done by individuals. This is done by funds. This is done by a group of entities that has so strong in power that no one is walking away. And we all know that usually by the third week of the month, usually right now, there will be the Federal Reserve coming in. It has been shown and been proven many times. And of course, yesterday we talked about this. You remember yesterday? I tell you, right, what will we see? Will we see number 2, number 3, or number 1? Okay, and I tell you that my personal pick is also number 2, right? So the thing is that yesterday itself, this is what actually happened. Yeah, indeed, the market, the Dow Jones went all the way up and hit the point of 34,800 plus. And this is what's happening, exactly as what we have talked about. Really incredible. This is why the MAO is so powerful. If you actually stick to the MAO and listen to it and take some notes, right, you're going to make a lot of money. Isn't it true? Right, for those who think that MAO is really good, all right, key MAO is good. All right, since it's Friday, can you just do that for me? MAO is good. If you can, do me a favor, type it in, all right? The thing is this, for me, is every morning, I commit myself. My wife asked me this question, how come you can wake up every morning without an alarm clock? Because first of all, I'm so used to it. Second of all, I tell my wife, because I don't disturb you. My wife, I say that, come on man, you wake up, I know already. So 4:30, I'm up, I will watch CNBC, I watch it the last half an hour, I watch what they say and stuff like that. And then after that, I prepare my MAO already. So to some people, they think that, hey, Kel, it's quite simple. Well, just plug and play from CNBC and then some stuff here and there. Yeah, correct. Plugging from CNBC is easy. To understand and read through and understand what you're trying to do, and of course, explain to you is another level. Yeah, and of course, in between, I need to fetch my kids to school. Okay, so I need to from the school need to come back down to office to do all this. So imagine that this is all must be done within 3 to 4 hours. Okay, and I do it every day. Okay, all right. Thank you so much once again. Appreciate, guys. Thank you, Ching Kui. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Jerry, Janet, Eric. Wow, super good. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Awesome. Wow, thank you, Liu. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Anthony, Bernard. Thank you, Kinghua. Okay, Henry. Yes, Richard, Paul. Hey, good to see you, Paul. And Fred. Brian is the best. Wow, you guys are fantastic. Okay, all right. So, so many of you are very happy with it, right? Some people just don't like it. So if this is just part of life, it's okay. For everybody that doesn't like it, there's tens of people who like it. That is more important in life. Remember that. Always focus on the positive. The negative, just put it aside. No need to bother. Move on. All right. So the thing is this, the Dow Jones closed up 500 points, and apparently I think it reclaims all the losses, right? Definitely, for sure. We'll look at the weekly chart later. So what led it to that? Okay, so we have China property market, some are seized down now because now there's some rumors saying that there are funds being used to pay the interest. But I just went through the entire website on Google, went through Google, right? They did pay the local bonds interest, but they didn't pay the offshore until now. They're supposed to pay already, but until now I don't see the news yet. So if anybody have any news regarding this, please post them here later. Okay. All right. So the thing is this: the Federal Reserve also a very interesting thing. The market is now focusing that okay, since they are not going to do any tapering right now today, so it's okay. But they already tell you right, it's starting soon, and they even say that they will conclude by mid of next year. So which means that the whole tapering process will start soon, and then it will finish by next year. So isn't that something is to think about it? So, but the market just doesn't matter because anyway, there's money coming in. So the market is just buying. So this time I told you before, right, it will happen. So look at it now. Monday, we have 614 points drop. Tuesday, 50 points. So add together about 660 points. But then again, on Wednesday, we already have 338 point upside. And yesterday, 506. So add them together itself, it overwhelmed Monday and Tuesday selling. So isn't that shows that the funds are still very strong in the market? So undeniable itself, right? What we saw was that all the so-called global economic recovery comes in, like Las Vegas Sand, Caterpillar, General Electric coming back. Then of course energy, yes, I told you energy will be going up, right? And truth be told, this Devon energy, all right, all went up as crude oil went to $73. Yes, I told you guys it will go down, and it really, really happened. And of course, the 10-year yields out of nowhere, it came up, and then of course it's a concerning factor, but the market focus on it will help the banks anyway. The bank shares goes up, and of course everything goes up at the same time. So you don't even find that it's kind of constructed here itself, huh? Okay. Yeah, indeed, Fred. The onshore one is considered safe, like it's the offshore one. Yeah, don't case. GG. All right, well, let's take a look. Okay, so then what happened? Let's look at the Dow Jones. Now, one thing, guys, this is very clear. Yesterday, we already said so many times. I don't know why this is so difficult, but I told you this is the OP of the day, and of course, this is above pivot 1. So above OP, above pivot 1, there's only one thing to do is CCRY is a buy. All right, I told you before. The only thing is that because the KSI is red, so I did say that KTR plus 1 to KTR plus 2, you should consider take profit. Now, if the KSI was green, then I would say go for KTR plus 3. But since the KSI is red, so we'll go for KTR plus 1 or KTR plus 2, right? So what happened, guys? You can see that, okay? The market, once it's above OP, this is OP of the day. Once above OP, you can buy. You can see that if you actually bought it, you have actually made money. And it went all the way up to KTR plus 2 beautifully, created a BNB and pull back. Brilliant, okay, brilliant. Definitely ding dong the whole day. Then again, it uptick, right? So can we buy? Buy right? Yes, because it's still below P2, right? So this is where you can buy. And of course, this one was superb. This one all the way, no chance for you to even sell. But of course, did we buy over here? No, I didn't. It was already too late. Second, I was down my gob actually. So I mean, of course, I just a bit wasted 300 points rally. But my point is that at least it followed the rules. So the rules really apply, and you can see that as long as you do the CCRY to buy, you can definitely take a look right here as well. These are all buys. You see that? And the thing is this: the KSI also gave you the to inform you. So this one, the upside was there, but the KSI was red. So that's why it didn't really move much. But when the KSI is green, it's a different animal altogether. That's why KSI is so powerful. Look at it. When the price was coming downwards, right, the KSI was going upwards. So you do not have such an indicator in the market. Most indicators are price-based. So when the price goes down, the indicator comes down. But my indicator is, it doesn't tell you that. If the boys are buying, the indicator stays up. So this is why our indicator is so powerful. And I mean, yesterday, it was really a buy day. Really, I mean, saying this so many times on MAO, right? Above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY, stay buy. Below OP, below P2, CCYR, stay sell. Simple as that. Never change, never will. All right? So of course, if you remember what I just said moments ago, you would have known that gold will have a problem. Now, yesterday, my very first opening moment, I opened my mouth on gold. I said, oh, right? Remember, I said, we have a trouble there. Why trouble? Because the OP was below P2. Oh my God. Okay, so what happened? Now look at it. My KSI is all the way red. My blue bars, I told you, is extending downwards. So these are telltale signs that the market is kind of bearish, right? Remember? And of course, when I told you that if the market stays below OP, we can have selling. And because it's below P2 and it's KSI red, then that means the -1, -2, and even potentially -3 will happen. Now, it's very different here. Earlier was KSI, the KSI was not in line. But this one, the KSI is aligned. So that means that there is a downside potential for the gold market. So if you look at the gold market right now yourself, let's take a look. Okay, everybody, just we try to do this together. Now, when the market opens here, the gold went down. CCYR already goes down. So it hit KTR -1 first. Then it started to stop here itself. It tried to recover, it didn't. Another CCYR appeared, it went down, but not much, recover. Now, as you can see, as it's recovering upwards itself, right, there's nothing you can do because above OP, towards P2, this is called the uncertainty zone. You could have entered. Then when you did the CCYR, you couldn't have shorted because it's above OP. So the only time you can short is somewhere here when the market went below OP with CCYR as an element, right? Together, right? And that's where you can sell again. And this time now, you notice that this guy is a BNB. Of course, this BNB don't have any trigger, but it's still there. And of course, once the market goes down, you look at gold, it collapsed all the way down to KTR -3 before it went sideways. Okay, so what do you learn from here? You realize that our system is so damn accurate. You just have to follow. That means that in between the day, we don't know how we manifest, but the rule stands by it. If they tell you to sell, you just stick to the rule to sell. If they call for buy, you look for buy. So that's the reason why, again, yesterday, those people who went with the rule makes money. There's some people who went against the rule that lost money. So don't you realize that that is a very key point here itself? Okay, got it? Yeah, all right. So that is what happened for the gold market. So I don't know how many of you made money from the Dow and gold, but I know that those who text me, congratulations to you. All right, pretty simple trading here. You don't need to think too much. Okay. All right. So now look at some local news first, and global and local news. First of all, what we see is something that our governments are very good. We always, our government knows how to really, let us know some stuff, in advance. So we heard from our own minister, they're looking at 2,000 to 3,000. Now, the time only a few hundreds, right? Because, hey, come on, man, why are you scaring people? Now, if you're in Singapore news for some time, you will know that they don't scare people. They inform you, but in a very subtle way, and you just pick up the pieces, that's all. So as of yesterday, 1,500 new cases already. Oh my goodness. And 1,491 were local infections. This is really bad. Now, the thing is this, of course, where people still recovering, that's good. But nonetheless, this number is big. So I actually went to take a look at how many big space we have in Singapore. About 22,000. So it's still okay, right? Yeah, but of course, if this number keep on developing this rate, then by 4 months or 5 months, we may have a big crisis. So hopefully nothing will come to that level. Of course, the thing is it's a stressful time, and of course people get pissed off. They call MOH right now. I was quarantined once. I know the feeling because I tried to call them. I can tell you this. Oh my goodness, it's impossible. Even I messaged them through their Facebook, also impossible. Really, no kidding. So that's why, guys, if unfortunately you really got QO or you actually, got hit by the virus, contacting MOH will not really help you. Right? Read something online, it will probably serve you better. Okay? But those who are unfortunately affected, let's wish them best of health and hope that they recover. Now we have on the US side, the weekly jobless claims hit 351. I told you it's much higher. 16,000 higher than last one. And of course, you can see that the numbers are not going down. The numbers, in fact, is picking up. The last three weeks, in fact, it's lifting up. So this shows that the US economy is really not doing as what we are saying, or at least the stock market is not really reflecting the truth. So that's why traders have to be careful. And seriously, I cannot imagine this, but the country shutting down. So the White House is preparing for a potential shutdown again. I repeat again, this is the first time already, as leader grapples about the crucial time deadline. All right. So when will that be? It's very soon. Okay. In fact, right? Okay, the deadline is 30th of September. Yeah, it's not, but just before you freak out, it's not the first time really, so don't worry. Yeah, it's the first time. It's the first time since the shutdown from COVID-19. But previously, all right, there were many shutdowns before. So what will happen as usual? They will shut down maybe temporarily. Then the Congress will come in and ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, and then they'll pass it through again as usual lah. I mean, you cannot let a country shut down. The agency cannot shut down perpetually, right? So of course, after a while later, it will happen again. So it's a bit like wayang lah, but that's US. You can see that. Then of course, thing is that China in between have informed some local officials to prepare for a possible storm if Evergrande fails. Now the thing is this, we all can see that now, right? They are having selective build-up. They are doing all the onshore, currently all the onshore interest they have been paying, but the offshore one, right, which means we talk about overseas investors, right, you can see that the offshore bond holders most likely may not get their money, most likely, yeah. So we don't know yet, but you can see that all across the internet, it shows that, right, all these foreign bond holders may not get the interest already. And this is pretty sad because you waited for one whole year to get interest, and after they tell you say don't have, right? Okay. All right, so do note, okay, they did settle internal one, but they didn't settle the offshore one yet, at least from now. Okay, but of course, this actually propelled the market higher actually for this counter. How about this? So I told you, right, during the last few MAO, I told you that there's a very interesting chart pattern at $2.33 on the Evergrande. I told you that likely there could be some news coming up soon, and truth be told, the news came up, and of course, Evergrande from $2.33 went up to $3. But of course, selling will continue, and then it came back, it closed at $2.67. But look at the volume involved. The volume is like quadruple of the previous day, and of course, like more than about the last 3 days. So why is that so? Because when the price goes up, even like a heap of relief, or those bargain hunters who went to buy, they can take profit lah. Or who knows and some insider news. But whatever it is, right, through charts, we can tell you that, hey, you know what, just be careful. So I warned you guys on Hang Seng yesterday. I also warned you on the market, and truth be told, it all really, really manifests. So again, this is our MAO. We can really tell you things that you will know that, hey, actually it does serve a purpose here. Cool, right? Okay. Right, so some very important market information for references before we go to the charts wise. Okay, first of all, look at the yield. Oh my goodness, single day, the yield shot up. It was at 1.3%, right? Yesterday alone went up by 0.13. Well, that's a lot. Okay, one of the biggest gain. In fact, look at it. This is like the biggest gain for a long, long time already. In fact, can you see that? Biggest single day gain. But the market gained so much, right? Did the market, do you see any mainstream media covering? No, market didn't cover at all. Nothing was covered. Only a little bit here say that Treasury yields climbs higher, only climbs higher as market investors focus on the Dow, on the Federal eventual taper. Of course, we all know that, but the market was not focusing on that. The market just buy up the stocks first. And who buy again? Obviously, the Federal Reserve. All right. So then, of course, we were looking at this. If the yields goes up, right, we normally the dollar will also go up. But interesting, the dollar sell off yesterday. The dollar actually sold down yesterday. Quite interesting though. Doesn't really make much sense because usually if the interest rate, the yields goes up, the dollar will also follow through. So yesterday the dollar came off, and luckily the dollar came off. If not itself, we have a problem. Okay. If not, we have a problem. What's the problem? Because if the dollar didn't come off so much, yesterday gold will plunge even further. Because gold and dollar, they're in a bit of inverse relationship somehow or other. So that was what happened. Okay, Liu asked me a question right now. 10-year yields go up, good for stocks. Well, basically yields goes up, bonds come off, right? So logically means people dump bonds to buy stocks. That's what the so-called the economic 101. But when yields goes up itself means that inflation is there. That's the reason why there should be actually bad for stocks. That's why you remember this some time ago when the yield went up to 1.6, 1.8%, the stock market got a bit worried and said that, oh, inflation, interest rate. So you get a point. It's really not equivalent. It doesn't mean that, oh, yield goes up, then the stock will have to go down. Not like that. They will just use different areas, different time to tell you different things. So there's no one-for-one answer for that. Okay, Liu, hopefully my answer satisfied you. If not, you can look it up on your own. Okay, I'm not a professor here yourself, and I think that even a professor can't answer you, man, because you can see that it doesn't really equals 1 + 1 = 2. And of course, you can look at gold. Wow, gold plunged yesterday. Yesterday, gold came down quite a fair bit. So if the dollar didn't actually come down, the gold would go down even further. It may even go to 1730 yesterday if that was to happen. So why gold go down? Like, oh, because now I tell you this, gold went down because of the yield. Okay, so the yield actually goes up, so the gold came down. Well, that's a point I don't really understand. You see, so they tell me it's because when this happened, right, the yields go up itself. Those people will think that okay, those they feel that those who are heavily weighing on gold back then, now they went in the other way around. So I mean, I can't buy this because the thing is that it doesn't make sense. Okay, you see, as of writing, gold was losing 1.1% on the day. The sharp upsurge of the yield weakness in the U.S. Treasury in the American session seemed to be weighing heavily on gold. Okay, you go on point. So they are saying that because of that. Now you look carefully, guys. Look carefully. Okay, move back the chart again. Look at this. The yield has been going up since August. Can you see that? The yield has been going up since August. I want you all to do something here yourself. From August, it bottom up and the yield goes up. Okay, got it? Okay, let's just now look at the gold chart at the same time. Now look at the currency chart. Look at it. This is the dollar chart. The dollar also bottomed out in August. What? It also went up. What? Right? So it doesn't make sense, right? It means that they're moving in tandem. Okay. Then you look at the other one, which is the gold. Now look at the gold. Okay, gold. August also went up. What? You look at it. August. What? That was where it bottomed, and August also went up. What? So only now it came off. Right? So again, doesn't make sense. You guys, my point. It's never 1 + 1 = 2 in the financial market. It's just that at a certain period of time, these media analysts will tell you certain thing and then make you think that, oh, it's like this. But actually, if you look at it, put them side by side, it's really not like that. You got it? So that's the reason why I want to show you these three things together, okay? And of course, the thing is this, if the yield is going up, that means inflation is in the picture, then of course, gold should be bought up because gold is inflation too, right? Isn't that what people tell you too? So again, you see, it doesn't make sense again. So again, you know, it doesn't really help. Okay, all right, so just focus on the chart better, easier. All right, so Cathie Wood now has interesting thing. Now this is very interesting for Cathie Wood. When I was looking at this, I was like kind of shocked the way she actually talked about this. Okay, so Cathie Wood says that okay, there's a warning on traditional growth stocks. Okay, she says that right, she rather choose to own a government bond yield about 1% over some of the largest cap. Okay. All right, so the thing is this, she says that, okay, I put $1 million, I can make 1 to 2%. Okay, if I put into some of what they call some stocks, right, it may not do that well. Okay, so of course she has been buying stocks like this, like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, Facebook, all these are considered mega cap growth counter. All right, but she said that other counters are actually half of them are value traps, which means that they're leveraged up buying and then they are not real. So the thing is this, she says that all these are kind of dangerous, okay? Now, she also has some of the top holdings that she have is Tesla, Teladoc, Zoom, and Square. So apparently her point is this, that some of the counters now are very dangerous. Now, do note once again, last year itself, she made a lot of money. Her fund returned 150%. That was really a banner year for her. But this year is down by 5% and the S&P is up by 17%. So it's a very big contrast right here now. And people are wondering, is she a one-time wonder? Well, I cannot say this, but it's quite interesting. She says that the market is actually not having inflation. She believes that it's deflation. This is a very interesting view again. So Cathie Wood says that it's actually deflation going on. Okay, so what is deflation? So deflation is this, okay, just to help you out. Deflation is a general decline of the price level of goods and services. Deflation is usually associated with a contraction in the supply of money and credit, but price also fall due to increased productivity and technological improvement. We have technology. Productivity, okay, we are recovering. Price fall, I don't know, right, guys? I'm not seeing price falling. I see price going up. cost increasing. I cannot see where it is. Yes, there will be a contraction of supply of money and credit. So maybe she's much better. Maybe she can see this deflation coming in. But I kind of still believe it's going to be inflation. Because, yes, I mean, once the money is not available, it's all right. Unless then people may go back to work and then after increase that. So we don't know yet. I kind of no crystal ball. So she says this, and we just have to remember, I don't buy that. Okay. So you can see that up innovation since the start of this year to now, it's like when it went up first initially, yeah, but now it's back to almost flat for the year. So that means that her fund didn't do that well. See, this was the start of the year. This is the current price right now. It's lower, but the S&P is up by 17%. S&P is up by 17%. So is this a good time? Does it mean that she's actually preparing herself to get it well? Well, I only say this. If market up by 17% and yet she's not doing that well, then maybe you just have to be careful or so. Okay. But again, this is very unfair statement because who knows she has views and who knows she can turn around some counters and they talk about 100%, 200%. I want to do in Tesla and she makes a lot of money again. Okay. So I don't know. I'll leave it there. All right. So of course, guys, if you want to have alternate market news, I know some of you text me on the side, you really miss those alternate market views. I say again, whenever I cover that, people get upset with it, so we have to put it on the site. Now, basically, more of my views are getting from some of the prominent websites, and of course, I pay for their services, and from there itself, I can get some views of the market, like this one itself, telling you the PE ratio and where are we now compared. And of course, I will add in my own personal statement inside there. So I'll add in my personal thing just to give you a relevance so that you know what to do with the data. This is very clear. Itself shows that the margin depth and S&P. Now the margin depth is actually pulling back down, and S&P is actually near the peak. And usually when the margin depth comes down, the S&P also comes down, right? So we are somewhere around there. So guys, if you think that this is good, you want to have that, it's all right. Contact Susan, and then you can get it. Okay, it's only available through a channel. Okay. All right, so let's study the chart right now. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the lemming go could be different this time. Okay, let's look at the charts right now. Okay, bring it up. Slow now. Okay, so let's do it. China A50. The China A50 is currently now up. Is up. All right, it's slightly below MLP. Let's bring it up a little bit. Okay, here we go. The MLP is somewhere here. We are just near the MLP level. The MA30 is here. So as long as China A50 stays above MLP, it should be going up. As long as China A50 stays above MLP, it's going up. Now the MA30 is nearby. It's 15,115 level. 15,115 level. Okay, so China is okay. Hong Kong. Let's look at Hong Kong right now. Now Hong Kong this morning has gapped. Wait a minute. Hong Kong this morning is a doji yesterday. Hong Kong is a doji yesterday. So today you may expect a directional day. Yay, directional day. It could be all the way up. Right, because now the market is staying above OP, right? So let's see, there is a possibility for the market to be going all the way up. Okay, but of course, if the market comes down, and go below OP, we'll be in trouble. Because why? There is a gap right here which the market did not really fulfill yesterday. So if the market really breaks below OP, right, then you come down, right, you can actually cover this entire gap itself. So it can go both sides. Huh? So traders, focus the OP and use it as a guide. Okay, focus the OP and use it as a guide. All right. So for those who are making money already, I can hear some noise coming from the office, the other side. People making money already. Good, congratulations. Now the MA30 and MA200 is pretty far away, so the bearishness is still there. When it's bearishness still there, then the OP become very important. If the market stays below OP with the MA30 and 200 on top, right, the pressure down is heavy. The pressure down is heavy. So you will need to focus on that. Traders, just take note of all those things that I just shared with you. Okay. All right. So that is Hang Seng today. Remember, today is a doji day. So likely we could see a doji directional day today. Okay. So traders, you need to focus. Okay. You need to focus. Now, importantly, the MLP also is very nearby because MLP is on the doji, right? So it's very nearby. So in the moment now, it's crossed the OP. And it crossed the MLP, so there is a good possibility that we see Hang Seng going up today, it's seemingly doing that. Okay, at this point, right now. Okay, at this point right now. Okay, all right. You heard me loud and clear. Let's continue with the other markets. Let's look at the US, the Hang Seng first. Okay, the Hang Seng in terms of the okay, Hang Seng is now trading here. Okay, let me take away orders. Okay, so Hang Seng today, interesting. Now Hang Seng today opening price is actually below P2. So by right, below P2, below OP to sell. But like I say, now it's above OP, right? So you cannot sell. Now the KSI is also red. So actually below OP is a very good sell already. But because yesterday was a doji day, so doji directional day potential, right? Which means that if the market stays above OP and goes up, it can still be upside today, and it's happening right now. Okay, so let's look at the 5-minute chart to take a quick review on this. Okay, you can see that this morning, you can see the Dow Jones, the Hang Seng opened first here, and it came down initially a short moment. Then after it reversed itself and go all the way up already. All right, so if the Hang Seng finds strength, it could actually go towards here, KTR +2, and it's actually happening right now. It's actually happening right now. So there is a possibility for Hang Seng to hit this KTR +2. It's likely going to happen. Okay. Okay, KTR +2 is there. Okay, so it's going to be able to hit, and I believe that it will hit in the short moment time, in my opinion. Okay, it's coming up already. So this is going to be cool. We're doing it live right now. Pretty cool, right? Yes, indeed, it's in the uncertainty zone for today. As I mentioned to you, but today is a doji directional day. So for people who are actually able to take the risk, you can try, okay? You can try. So the TP level, I would suggest to you is still 24,525 level. Why is that so? Because remember the day KSI is red, okay? The day KSI is red. So this number 525 will be a good level to consider to take some profit before the cash market open. All right. Now, cash market open, it all depends again whether it's any good news coming from Hong Kong. All right, it can be good news. Who knows? They pay off their offshore. Well, if they pay the offshore side, it will be a good news for the market. Okay, so traders, you make your own arrangement over there. I can tell you what you can consider to do today. Okay. All right, let's look at the Dow Jones right now. Okay, you see that? Wow, so nice. See that? Beautiful, right? Yesterday, I told you if the market will go up, right, it will go back up to number 2, which is the KSI, the MA30. Remember that? We talked about this. Remember that? Yeah, we say that if it goes up, right, you go to here, and it really happened. Really happened. So do I deserve a spot on from you? Can I deserve that? A spot on from you? Can you do that? Indeed, it's a spot on, right? Isn't that true? It's a spot on this case. The market really hit that level, all right, and then come and go up there perfectly and then stop over there itself. So don't you find that this is really incredible? Yeah, indeed. So if you think that I deserve a spot on, then keep on me a spot on. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Really spot on. You see that? Brilliant. Okay. So the Dow went all the way up. So today, then how? Today, let's put a number in. Okay, you can see that, right? You put it in, we are now exactly here itself. Okay, we are exactly here, very critical, all right, number. So everybody, please take out your handphone or your notebook, whatever, to take note of this number. This number today is 34,828. Okay, 34,828. Okay, and this number is very simple. If the market stays above it, the Dow will go higher. Now, how high will it go? Well, based on what I'm seeing right now, right, anything can happen, right? So it can go all the way here itself. If the Dow want to go up, right, it can go all the way here to 35,460. I repeat, wow, 35,000. Okay, 35,460 if the Dow really want to go up. Okay, so that is what you have right now. Oh, by the way, Hang Seng has hit KTR +2. Well done, yay! Right, told you that it will happen, and did it really happen? Okay, now the thing is this: if the Dow Jones now hit 34,828, but it doesn't go up, it doesn't, and then if you U-turn and come down, wow, then we have a problem. It can come down to where? It can come down all the way to the MA 200, which is here. Now the thing is this is actually a very interesting chart pattern here, and I told you before, right? I like MA, but I still don't know how to utilize it the right way. So which means that if the market is to come down, it will go down all the way back to here again. And that number for today is 34,268, or another 8 at the back number. Okay, you got it? So upside, if it goes above 34,828 right now, example, you can buy up. Then you put your stop loss maybe at 800 or 750. You understand? Give a bit of buffer. Then if the Dow Jones stays down instead and you want to short the Dow Jones, then you can short the Dow Jones below 828, put a stop loss 50 points higher, and aim at 34,268. You got my point, right? That is how you can play with the MA. All right, trading is all about this. So if you look at it, right, if you give yourself a 50 points buffer, the upside potential on this case itself, right, is as much as about 180. So it's about probably 600 points potential upside. The downside itself, if it happens, it's about also 600 points. So you see, it's a pretty decent bet. So you are not looking at 600 points stop loss. That's wrong. You're talking about if you enter the market, you put a stop loss of 50 points. 50 points stop loss to exchange for 600 points profit. Now 50 points stop loss for 600 point profit. That's 1 to almost 12. This is a 1 to 12 bet. That means that for this trade is pretty decent. 1 to 12. Think about this, 1 to 12. All right, that means that for every risk you take $1, your reward is 12 times. If you're wrong, you only lose 1 time. Got it? Anyone want to do that? How many of you will take this trade on, this 12 times potential trade? Now this is better than option. A lot of option doesn't allow you to do 12 times as much as this, okay? But for us here itself, it's possible. So anyone going to do that? Anyone is going to take this bet here itself, okay? 12 times odds, all right? Anyone? If you are going to do taking the 12 times odds challenge. All right, if you are taking it, press me, ME, all right? If you are going to like try this 12 times challenge, just text me, ME, all right? I'm going to do that myself. Okay, I'm going to do that myself. I'll do side lah, buy also do, sell also do. Then you know which one is correct, right? Isn't it better? Now, at the end of the day, is that MAO itself is just not only just to tell you my view of the market. It's supposed to make money. You should utilize this to make money. So watching this is better than watch Netflix and watch all those rubbish. Correct or not? Because at least I tell you what to do. You just have to follow. Your risk is 50 points. So one contract itself is, let's say 0.01 contract is $50. So $50 to exchange for what, $600? Hey, you should know the maths, right? Pretty decent, correct? So, okay, all right, let me see. Only one Chong Ming is going to take this bet. Okay, never mind. It's expected, but never mind. The rest of you, you go and do your position. Okay, I am going to take this bet on. I'm pretty sure of that. I think this is a worthy bet. Yeah, very worthy. Of course, very worthy. Yeah, let me just take a picture of this. Worthy bet. Okay, all right, cool. Let's continue. Okay, so done. Let me clear my screen here. Okay, now let's just look at the weekly chart. Now it's pretty clear the weekly chart did an ultimate recovery. Look at it. Wow, look at the way it recovers. Fantastic, right? So it recovers and then go up. Now I was really looking forward to 33,199, but then maybe not meant to be. Now what is going to be very interesting is this. Okay, I want you to think of this. This is for the better good. Okay, I want to think of this. Take a look here. Now if you notice that if let's say if the market ended as a doji. Okay, if the market ended as a doji, this is going to be rather interesting. Doji, I mean outright doji lah. The rest I cannot confirm, but just show you some outright doji. Because some maybe not, okay, let's confirm doji. This one not too sure yet. This one maybe not. Okay, those are not very confirmed doji. I won't classify them. But you notice that, right? If it's going to be upfront doji, right? Then if today, let's say, if the market really pulls back down, let's say it really pulls back down and closes the doji, next week it's going to be fun. Man. If it really become an outright doji, it's going to be pretty fun. You understand my point? So I cannot deny this on a side back note itself, right? I rather prefer to do that as in hope that it become a doji, then it'll be fun. Okay. All right. By the way, I just saw my message coming in. My crude oil is done. Yay! $33.45. So, all right. So you can see that really happening live right now. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for those who have been following the crude oil chart. Okay. So let's look at today's Dow. Okay. Today's Dow. Before we go into this Dow, I already told you that Hang Seng will come to KTR +2, and it really happened. Congratulations. Okay, it really hit KTR +2, and now it's coming off a little bit already. Okay, still a bit early to call. Okay. All right. So again, all have delivered. Okay, cool. Now Dow Jones today is not that simple today because the opening price is between the two pivots. So now between the two pivots, it's not as straightforward. Okay. The OP for today is between the two pivots, right? The KSI is red, okay? The KSI is red, so the selling pressure is still there. So now, pretty simple. Above OP is a buy, but we have a few KCB over there, 34,848 and 34,910. So a bit of resistance around this area, okay? Now, it's also within the cage, so the market should be a bit of sideways at the moment. Now, if it goes below OP, then we have a problem because below OP, the KSI day chart will kick in. So the market will go down to easily KTR -1 to -2. And if it really happen, that means that the doji on a weekly chart may actually manifest. And of course, if the market breaks below P2, which is 34,696, then there will be some selling. There will be some selling if the market breaks below 34,696. So very simple. As long as Hang Seng, as long as the Dow Jones stay above OP, the buying is still there. But just take note, the upside itself to be limited to +1 to +2. Okay, this one you have to take note. So let's look at the intraday chart right now. The intraday chart right now, take a look. Okay, the intraday chart, we haven't really hit the KTR +1 yet, so it's kind of early, so don't need to be worried about. Now this morning, there is a buy already this morning. You can see that it's a CCRY with a BMB. Now this BMB wasn't the low of the day, but it's somewhere nearby. But more important, it triggered the OP. Can you see that? This is OP of the day. It triggered the OP CCRY, then that's where it went up. Okay, very nice. Okay, so after that, by at least 1 or 2 axes, then it come back down, hit the cage, and now it's recovering again. So very good chance that the Dow could be going up towards here itself, which is the KTR +1. And if it does that, it'll be higher than yesterday's high. So actually, it is all possible. All right, KTR +1. So for those who are taking the 600-point challenge or the 12-time challenge, you can actually consider to look out for any good pockets of entry, then put a stop loss and see how the market develops later. Okay? All right, so that is the Dow Jones for now. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq recovered, as I told you, it hit the 95% mark and then it recovered, right? So it's pretty strong. And of course, if you stay above MLP, it's a buy. So yesterday it's above MLP, so it was a buy day yesterday for the DAX. Now today's MLP is somewhere around here, and currently now the market is just very marginally away from the MA30. And MA30 haven't changed number at all, even though that the Nasdaq went up. So interesting mathematics. So the MA30 is at 15,398. So as long as the market stays above this price, 15,398, the market can go all the way up. And the up is to be this point here, the BMB 1x1, and that is about 15,512. So upside is 512. All right, nice number. All right, so traders, so if you think that this is a good time to buy, you can buy and aim it here. And once it crosses the MA30, it will go to 512. Okay, so you can see that the projection is pretty clear. we are more towards the buy side, even though that the fundamental may not be that good, but chart-wise is a buy. So you can see that you've been hearing me saying buy for the longest of time. So again, not too sure why people just keep on calling that we say sell. Something interesting. Okay, let's look at the Nasdaq right now in terms of our TWB chart. Okay, our TWB chart shows that the opening price is between the two pivot. In fact, the opening price is very, very near the pivot too. So something similar against the KSI is green in color. So now the thing is this: if it's green in color, that means it's a bit different from the downside. So if it goes above OP, it will be a buy easily, +1 to +2 easily. Now, if the market really naughty and break below P2 because its OP is nearby, then the downside will be -1. -2 is possible, but it's not that often. -1 have a higher chance. Okay, so let's say later on Nasdaq really pulls back down, you can safely expect it to come down to -1. Okay, -1 level, shall it goes down. But once it hit -1, you should consider to buy back your position already. Okay. Important, huh? Okay, so that is the Nasdaq. Let's look at the S&P. Wow, look at it, daily, accurate. Yesterday, I told you, right, S&P is going to go up to 4464. Wow, this number, very nice, 4464. And what happened? Yesterday, the market opens here, it's above the MLP, right? So above MLP is a buy, and of course the price go all the way up to 4464 level. Yesterday high, let me take a look. Yesterday high was 4463.2. Wow, missed by a little bit, but good enough. Okay, so today, what's the number for today? Let me take a look. Today's number, let me just confirm this again, look at the same number. Okay, today's number will be same, 4464. Today's number is still the same, 4464. Okay, so how do we play this thing? It's very simple, same like what I just talked about. If the S&P touch 4464 and go higher, it should be able to go up to this point, 4496. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's about $32, 32 points. If you're going to buy S&P, 32 points, quite a lot. So if the market goes up, it will go to 4496. 4496. Okay, if the market is to stay up. Got it? Yeah, if the market is stay up, it will go to 4496. Okay, 4496, huh? Okay, 4496. Now, if the market stays down, then we have a problem because it may come back down to the MLP. The MLP is 4423. Okay, got it? 4423. Yeah. So right now for you, not every day I'll do the same thing. Whichever market give me a better vibe, in my opinion, I will type it out to you. So S&P MA30 is about 4464. BMV 1x1 is about 4496. And MLP is about 4423. Okay, all right. So today I would rather focus on this S&P today. Don't know why. This is the feeling, that's all. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. This is S&P. Let's look at the day chart. Okay, S&P day chart. There's also opening price between the two pivot, very far away, and it's very near the P2. But the KSI is green in color. So upside itself is leaning towards upside as long as they above OP. But if it goes below OP, right, then it may come down to KTR -1. Okay, KTR -1. So KTR -1 is where is that? Okay, now take a look, everybody. This is the S&P chart. So if it stays up, well, it can go to KTR +1, which you should be able to hit rather easily. 4460 mark, right? Okay. If it stays below OP, it means that instead of going up, it stays below OP and come down. It has to break P2 first, 44.43. If we can break the 44.43 easily, wow, then it can come down all the way to KTR -1, and that's 44.32 level. Okay, so guys, we have two views from here. It has to be a CCYR below OP, then you can sell. If you can go below the pivot 2, then the downside is 44.32. Right? 44.32 level. Upside 44.60. Okay, pretty cool, right? Very simple, huh? Yeah. Okay, so hopefully you guys will benefit out of this. Okay, cool stuff. Wow, my messaging really non-stop. Keep on coming in. What's happening? Okay, until let's move on. Okay, next one will be, okay, let's look at the Hang Seng again. A quick China first. China A50 is still up. Yay, China A50 is still up. Interesting, but the Hang Seng is like coming up a bit. So interesting. China A50 is still pushing up. Okay, Hong Kong is flat. Okay, in fact, Hong Kong just went below OP. Okay, that's not a very good sign because Hong Kong is below. Hong Kong itself is actually a doji. And earlier we thought that Hang Seng will go up above OP, right? So, and it did. It went up to about 597, so up by almost 200 points. But now 200 points, all the profits all gone, and now it's back to OP level. So if you can go down, right, it may come down all the way again. Come down all the way to this closing. This closing is about, hold on, wait, how much is this? Not showing up. It can come down all the way to here. Wow. For 24,121. Okay, that could be bad. That could be bad, 121. Okay, wow. Okay, so traders take note of that. For those who are trading Hang Seng, I think you all know what to do already, right? For those who are in M1 trading, you also know what to do, right? So near KTR -3, is it? Okay, let's look at the Hang Seng chart right now. Now, if the Hang Seng basically goes down, and it goes down to that level there, KTR -3, as what this Fred say. Yeah, indeed, KTR -3 is 24,135. Wow, if the market didn't choose to go up, okay, and come down, right, and now it's going to happen, okay, it's a below OP, below P2, it's a sell. Yeah, it's a sell right now for Hang Seng. It will go down, yes, it's going to go down soon, okay, KTR -1 should be able to hit easily. KTR -2 possible, and of course, if you talk about covering gap, it will be here. Let's look at the covering gap part again. Let's just redraw this a little bit. Oh, you can see that? Yes, indeed. Okay, let's try again. So this is the below P2, and this is OP. If the market goes down and come down here, KTR -3, it will cover the gap. What happened yesterday? Wow, it is possible, So anything is possible, okay, in the trading. Now, if the market really come down, traders can consider to aim at down there, KTR -3. Consider to aim at KTR -3, okay, because that is the entire gap that wasn't fulfilled, okay, didn't fulfill. All right. Okay, current trading up again OP, interesting. Right, Hang Seng is like that, you have to stick with it. Okay, all right. So that's something to take note of. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you, Fred. Yeah, I'll buy back there itself. Yeah, it's a pretty good one, 135. Okay, Fred. Online, tell you this: if the Hang Seng later on do come down to 24,135 itself, only for you, Fred. Okay, I will send something to you. Okay. Okay. See ya later. We all see how it goes. Anyway, still too early to call. Okay, let's look at DAX. Wow, look at DAX. Boom. Okay. It stabilized at MA 200, then shot up above MLP, shot up and hit the MA 30 perfectly, right? Now you understand why itself, right? The next version, I just saw my message from my programmer. He states that by this weekend, the TWB basic will be ready. Wow, I cannot wait for that itself, because if that is the case, wow, then we can actually see a lot of lovely stuff. And the basic part is that the point is this: the lines will be available throughout the intraday. That means that you don't need to flip day chart already, you know what to do. That is a lovely part. So, and I purposely constructed in a way whereby it's a bit different than a normal MA, a little bit different, yeah. So I cannot wait for it. If it actually comes out right, this could be very, very fun. Okay. So anyway, wow, lovely. So today, how? Today the MA30 will be somewhere around here. Okay, that is about 15,652. The MA200 is here, so it's a bit of converging. All right, now what we see is brilliant. Okay, the market hit the BMB minus 1 and then recovered very, very strongly and went all the way up. Okay, went all the way up. Okay, pretty cool, right? So now the thing is this, we saw that's why was it a buy recently? Because if you look at the RSI reading, the last time the RSI hit 30 itself was very long time ago. And you look back again a little bit more, it was like far, far away, even not during this point. And you look at further back again, the last time was here. Wow. The last time when the market was doing something like this, when RSI hit 30, look at the low of the DAX and look at where it went later on. So when it came back down again in a bullish cycle, it will always work. I told you before, right? In a bullish cycle, all indicators and buying will be working. So that's why remember this. You have to follow the trend. If the trend is bullish, you follow the buying signal. You don't do sell signal. When the market is bearish, you concentrate on sell signal, not the buying signal. That's how you just remember this. This will save you loads of money, okay? All right, very important information for today's MAO. All right, so that is DAX for you. That's DAX for you. Let us now look at the Nikkei. Now, Nikkei is down this morning. Nikkei is down this morning. It's trading downwards right now. Now, this morning, Nikkei, someone texted me on the site this morning very early. I said, Cal, if you're Nikkei. I told the person to draw the MLP first. So I now draw it live for you. This is the MLP for Nikkei. As you can see right now, it's somewhere around 30,080. Okay. So as long as the Nikkei stays above MLP for today, Nikkei is still relatively okay. But of course, when it's below OP, then you don't buy. That's a very important rule, right? Unless the market hit the MLP and rebound, then you can buy from the bottom. You understand? Huh? Okay, so for the Nikkei, what my view is this. Okay, the Nikkei itself, right? As long as it stays above the OP, is fine. Now the MA30 is actually here, is rising up, and accordingly is now 29,645. So for Nikkei, as long as it stays above MLP, it's okay. But if it doesn't stay above MLP and pull back, right, then I would prefer to buy somewhere at MA30. Okay, I'll rather do that. Okay, that's my view on Nikkei using the conventional chart. Okay, Hang Seng has recovered a little bit above OP again, so it may take a while. Okay, we look at the Nikkei. Now the Nikkei day chart today is very near to the pivot 2 right now, but the KSI is green. So if the market breaks below pivot 2, then we look to sell. Okay, but even look to sell itself, right? Okay, even look to sell itself, right? Remember the KSI is green, so do take the partial profits along the way. Okay. All right, I just heard some noise happening in the group chat. Is it go to Hong Kong? Let's take a look at Hong Kong. I just saw some people in Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong already. Oh, back down below OP again. Interesting. Okay, there's actually some noise inside there. Okay, this is the equity market. Let's look at the commodity market right now. Gold. How, Cal? All right, let me ask you guys now, okay? Go. Okay, now we have 56 of you online right now. Go. Bullish or bearish? Can you give me your answer right now, guys? I'll take some water break. Go bullish or bearish? Please key your answer right now. In your opinion, okay? In your opinion. Are you bullish or are you bearish? Please key your answer right now. Okay, let's take a look. Karen, you are bearish. Chongming bearish, Joseph bearish, Fred bearish, Allison, what is this? Bullish or chart look bearishly? Okay. Nicholas bearish, Yuming bearish, Anthony bullish, Janet bearish, Eric also bearish, Michael bearish, David bear, Jerry bear, Henry bull. Okay, interesting. Okay, all right. Did I miss anybody? Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Now look at the chart right now, right in front of you. Now, if I only show you from August to now, last 2 months, okay, August is here, this is currently now, you will tell me sideways, right? Sideways, because it's like neither here or there. You will, correct? Huh? Then after that, if I push the chart a bit smaller, you will tell me that from May until now, it's bearish because it's going down, correct? Then if I push it down some more, they say, wow, confirm bear, since last year, December, until now, confirm bear, correct? If I push it down some more, you tell me that a little bit bearish but bullish since March last year. Then I make it a little bit smaller, meaning right, I zoom into the chart, right? Okay. Oh, here's zoom out actually. All right, look at it now. Like bullish from 2018, then it's bullish. Can you see that? That is where the problem is. Now you understand why we don't read the chart from left to right. Because left, the question is which part of the left is correct. Because if you look at from the left side itself, right, no chart is bearish, everything is bullish. All right, now everything is bullish if you're talking about that. Yeah, that's my point here itself. Okay, you got it? Okay, now let me just try to unselect some lines here. Okay, so everybody now take a look at this chart that I'm just going to draw slowly for you, because I'm also looking at gold right now. Okay. Now, if you look at gold, you take this lowest point and I draw and connect all the dots. Can you see this? If I connect all the dots just to make a trend, you can see that beautiful. Can you see that now? One more time. I take this low from here back in 2018, I drag and I connect the dots, which I put at the nearest last interchange point here itself. Of course, in between there was a bit of downer, but just for the sake of just doing it for you. And I repeat, this is live. I didn't prepare this earlier. It's just that something just whatever flowing into me now. I'm sharing this with you. So okay, now once you have done that, you will notice that something interesting happened already. Okay, everybody focus on the chart right now. You will notice that ever since this point as point A and this point A and point B, you notice that this is what happened over here. Okay, now can you see that? Right, after I did a point A and point B on the chart view, you notice that B, okay, let me just highlight for you. Okay, hold on. This is A, this is B, so this is C, and this is D. Okay, can you see that? C and D. So C and D, you can see that it's artificially supported there. Okay, now I'm going to make it smaller. Sorry, I'm going to zoom up and let you see better now. Can you see it? Do you know that yesterday the day low itself is like that? And I told you this, I did not, I repeat, I did not prepare my day. This is live. I have not drawn this earlier, but I just have this chart pattern just flipping on my head, and I know that I must draw something like this. Now you see, look at it, how scary it is right now. Really incredible, right? Look at it. Look at the way it hit this point, and then it rallied. Can you see that? Now it hit this point, and what will happen? Holy cow. Okay, I'm going to give you a very simple guidance here. Okay, everybody take out pen and paper and take note of this. Okay, today the intersection point, if I get it correctly, is about 1738. The intersection point is 1738. Okay, 1738. Okay. Yeah, 1738. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, 1738. Okay. Now, based on the last time when the market breaks below the technical point, example here, the gold plunged quite a fair bit, right? Okay. So the thing is this: if let's say this trend is a major trend and it breaks, because yesterday the way it stopped there was perfecto. to the T. Okay, perfect to the T. Oh, there's some selling the Dow Jones right now. I can see that. And also the Hang Seng is also coming down. Congratulations, guys. Well done. Ho-ho. Lovely day again for those who have followed and know what to do. Yeah, good for you. Huh? Yeah, when the messaging is 45 messages still coming in. Crazy. Okay, I'll leave it there. Okay. Oh, they make money already. They make money, huh? You want to make money? Okay. 1738 is a very important technical point for the gold today. Now, if the gold breaks 1738 and stay down, repeat that, stay down, gold can really come back to revisit here. And this number is 1689. Okay, you got it? Okay, yeah? Now, if let's say we take a bet, a decent calculated bet, that this is a downtrend movement or in an uptrend, it's a pullback correctional movement on an uptrend overall since 2018. Then you do a bet here. Is that now, if gold price now is 1750, example now this price, that means that if I were to take a risk on trade, I would now buy gold and have a $12 stop loss. Okay, $12 stop loss. Okay, so you take your amount of money that you can afford to lose, then you divide it by $12. That is to get you the size. You understand? Okay, so that means that how much you want to risk is up to you as an individual. So you're going to risk $300, $300, $500, $500. Okay, now why do I say this? Because if let's say now this current movement is what we saw before, where it touch and go up, right? Then the upside can be all the way to 1836. Why? Because that's where it almost went. And 1836 is the Fibo number. So we're talking about Fibo to Fibo, correct? So now the thing is this, from 1750 to 1836, okay? You're gonna see the number there. Okay, let me draw again here. 1836 this year, okay? If the market is to go up, right, to 1836, that means the potential gain itself is $86. It's $86. Okay, the potential gain is $86. Under my scribbling. You understand? Okay, so now that means that your risk is $12, your upside is $86. So how many times is that? 1 is to 5, 6. 6, huh? 1 to 6. Okay, or 7. Almost 7. Sorry, 7. Yeah, 7. Okay, 1 is to 7. So of course, the lower you can buy now, let's say now it's 1748, you can buy a cheaper price, it's even better for you. You understand? Okay? So of course, you can try to aim at 1738 to buy. If you pull back to 1738, it'll be even better, but the probability is that would happen. Okay? So this is a very, very good trade here as well. And I buy this trade, which means that if it goes up, I can sell at 1836. If it goes down, 1738, I must cut, no matter how. And if I want to flip it down, if you think that it will go down to 1689, you can go with it. You understand? If it doesn't, then I just cut and then lose the $12, but not $12 exactly, but it's how much money I risk on this trade. So I give you a simple mathematics here. So using AIM as an example, right? So basically, I will take $500, divide by $12 times 100, because that is the sign, that is the way you calculate it. So with the mathematics now, if you look at the screen right now, can you see that on the screen? Oh, okay. Okay, can you see the mathematics? Oh, sorry. Yeah. So let's say now if I take $500 divided by 1200, okay, I will get a size of 0.41. So let's say I take a $500 risk, example, $500 risk, okay, to do this trade, I can enter the size of 0.41. You understand? So if I'm wrong, I lose $500. Okay, if I buy at 1750. You got it? Yeah. So of course you can adjust to it lah. You say, Kel, I don't want to risk $500, a lot of money for me. I'll risk $200. Can. But you see, it's relative. So if let's say we got it correct, let's say we get it correct, and we buy at 1750, and the price of gold goes up to 1836, 7-time return. So which means that if I get it correct, I may make 3.5K. Wow. So which means that if I got it right, I can make 3.5K. If I get it wrong, I lose $500. Can you understand that? 3.5K is net gain. I mean, excluding your capital. I mean, so-called your bullet size. All right. So how many of you will take this trade? I know that those who take bearish one just now, you won't take this trade, right? I understand. Those who are bullish just now, right? Will you take this trade? Okay, I will take this trade. Cal will take this 1 to 7 trade. I will take, why? First of all, like I say again, I'm still very bullish in gold. Then I will know that my downside risk is 1738, which is like $500. If I can want to reduce my size to maybe $200, if my gain also not bad, right? 7 times itself is $1,004. So risk $200 to get back $1,400. Decent, right? It's a very decent trade. So you can see that this is how we actually trade in the market. All right. How many of you will be taking this trade? Would you? Okay. See, this is how and why you should go for you should come on MAO. All right. Once in a while, if I see a very valid good trade, right, this is how we do it. Pretty good, right? Yes. All right. First, at least I guide you. I even show you. I show you the mathematics. I tell you everything. So this is why the value of MAO. Okay, the real value of MAO. Okay. All right. So now let's look at the day chart with our TWB system to concur it if it's possible. Okay. Now the TWB system, we have a bit of interesting movement. The opening price is between the two pivot. The KSI is red, so not so healthy, but the KCX is at the bottom. Now, I'm going to tell you this, guys. The last KCX was here. The last one that worked, it was here. And the market went up. You understand? Prior to that, the market sold out, which freaked a lot of people out. So now we have almost identically the same thing. The market is selling down. We have a KCX at the bottom, but there's no color change right now. So which means that if let's say today I take this 1 to 7 bet, I'm also betting that the next few days there will be a CCRY to our favor. And shall there be a CCRY to our favor, then we also will know that the market itself will be good for us, right? So that's why this so-called 1 to 7 bet, this one we can try. Okay, and of course, if the market goes above OP and above pivot 1, this is where it is, 1749. Likely the gold will go up. But of course, because the KSI is red in color, the upside will be kept between KTR plus 1 to plus 2. Can you see that? Kept between KTR plus 1 to KTR plus 2. Now, of course, on the flip side, if the market really goes down and breaks below OP, that is 1743, then it will go down to KTR minus 1 to KTR minus 2 rather easily. Okay? So got an idea now? So this is how we do our risk management and use the conventional chart and the TWB chart to know how do we proportion our funds and how do we know which side is stronger and stuff like that. Okay, Fred, since day chart KSI is red, isn't it better to aim for KTR minus 1 to long? Very good, right? You got it correct. If let's say you want to buy the 1 to 7 bet idea, the lower the better. Very good, Fred. So let's say now, I just will go into that. Okay, if let's say now we take what Fred you just talked about that, let's look at the chart again. Okay, now earlier itself, right, we have this thing at 1738, that is the MA level, right? Correct, at 17, the so-called the technical level, sorry, the technical level, right, 1738. If you notice this, 1738 is lying somewhere around here, okay, which is here, 1738. Can you see that? Yeah, 1738 is lying near to KTR minus 1. So with KSI great, if the market pulls back, likely if it comes down, you'll hit KTR -1, which is very near to our 1736 level. All right. So, but the problem is 1738 is above 1736. You understand? It's actually above. So if the market will hit KTR -1 to buy, all right, you're actually infringing the 1738 technical point. Then become like you can buy, but it's below the trend. You understand my point? Yeah. So that is the thing that you have to consider. Okay. All right. And that also it depends whether the market will come down to that level. So I'll leave it to you to decide, Fred, and the rest of you. By right itself, right, it makes logical thingy to buy about 1 KTR -1. But the KTR -1 happened to be just below the 1738. So it's kind of like conflict. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Huh? So guys, you guys make your call and then you let me know what's your take on your own. Okay, cool. All right. Wow, I just saw Hang Seng recovering. Oh my goodness. Wow, Hang Seng went down all the way to KTR -1 and boom, went back up again. Oh my God. So if you don't take profit, guys, if you don't take profit, you're going to miss out all this thing again. So those who are Hang Seng M1 trading, you should know that you should take profit already. If you take profit itself, right, I'm going to be very upset with you. Okay, because your rule is to take profit, okay? Yeah, okay, congratulations to those who make money. How many of you make money from Hong Kong today? If you make money from Hong Kong today, can you key HK now? If you have made money from Hong Kong today, please key HK right now. For those who have made money from Hong Kong this morning, please key HK. Let me know. Wow, okay. We have Eric making money, Wei Xiong make money, Kim Lai make money. Right? It seems like almost every day I see Wei Xiong, David, Kim Lai all making money on a regular basis. Congratulations to you guys. Huh? Very, very good. Eric also. Okay, cool. All right, let's continue. Sorry to divert a little bit. Let's go back to the goal. I done tell you really what to do. Then silver. Now, silver is definitely hovering there very nicely. And I told you about $22 area is a good level to watch out for silver. The MA30 is somewhere here. MA30 is $23.36. All right, the MA200 is pretty far away at $25 plus. So for me itself, silver can consider to buy some, yeah? To buy some to keep, okay? Some silver to buy and keep, okay? All right. Nope, I'm not in the level down to actually go and ask you to go and buy silver to keep for long term yet. I still want the equity market to fall a certain value first, then I check back the gold and silver. If the equity market fell quite a fair bit and gold and silver doesn't move, then I'll buy a little bit more. Yeah, a bit of different thinking, right? I repeat myself. If the equity market falls a little bit more and gold and silver hardly move, I'll buy some gold and silver after that. Okay, if you don't understand where I'm coming from. Huh? Okay, all right, so that's gold and silver done. And then look at the crude oil price. Wow, you see that? I told you crude oil will hit this target, $73.43. And wow, you see that? Amazing, guys. Look at it. Oh gosh, look at it, guys. The market, this is my target, right? I told you it will hit. And then it hit. And now after it hit, what happened? It pulls back. Right beautifully, as if that we know. And this is chocolate bar. You guys learn from me. So cool, right? Isn't it very powerful? We talk about this and the price really hits. And now it's coming down. Perfect, right? We called for buy back then over here. And I said that you go up to this point. And now it hit that perfect on, spot on, and then come back down. Wow. Right. And all these are things that you guys learn. This is all what you learned before. I told you. Now, more and more funds are using algorithm. And all you need to do is that just remember how they do this algorithm. And then we can use it on them. So that's the reason why we're introducing this TWB basic to people right now. Because we want you guys to really try on it and know how the boys are playing this game. I know that recently the market has been getting very difficult to trade because it's like, whoa, very volatile right now. But that means that we are coming to the point that the market has transcended into this type of environment. You can choose to say ignore, piss off, angry, upset, but if you don't change with the time, you're going to miss out. So now the thing is this, the time has changed and it's moving towards this point here itself. So that's why traders, you need to really consider that, go with time. Yeah, go with time and trade according to rules, okay? It's going to be very helpful to you. So consider, okay, guys, consider. Okay. All right, so let's us hope that you do that again. Spot on. Thank you. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that. Okay. All right, so since I got see spot on, right, then what must I do? Take profit, no? Take profit, then what should I do? Just stop ready for now. Stop, yeah? Wait for next buy again. Wait, don't do anything already. Can short or not? No, I don't think I'm short crude down. Yeah, just leave it alone. Okay, leave it alone. Let's look at the crude oil. Okay, so crude oil is trading between the two pivot. KSI is green, so that's why short not a very good choice. Let it come down first and we reevaluate. So now it's below OP. If come down itself, right, maybe at KTR -1 or -2, if there's going to be any trigger with BMV, then look for buy now. But of course, you have to stay above the P2 because if it goes below P2, then the selling will come in. Yeah, the selling may come in. So traders, just be careful on this. Crude oil, I tell you, overall stay by is safer. Okay, it's safer for you. All right, last one, look at the Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum first at the moment now. Ethereum today is trading between the pivot 1 and pivot 2. Currently now it's near the pivot 2. KSI is red and blue bar extending in, although it's retreating but still there. So blue bars here means that the selling is there. KSI is red and it's actually increasing. So the selling pressure is there. So if the market breaks below P2, there is a fair possibility that we can see the market coming down to 2,700 again. So for me, Ethereum-wise, downside potential is still 2,700. Yeah, if you were to buy Ethereum, I was still that thing that it should come down to this point here, 2482. 2482 will be a very good price to look out for Ethereum to buy in the long haul for this month. Yeah, I would prefer to buy at 2482 level. Okay. All right, so that's my view on Ethereum. How about this Bitcoin? Now, Bitcoin is trading between the pivot 1 and pivot 2 right now, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, now Bitcoin is a bit different. Bitcoin, the KSI is green. The blue bars is also retracing. There also a KC to the bottom. So a bit of mixed signal for Bitcoin. Now, do understand this, El Salvador, they are buying Bitcoin. Every time Bitcoin comes down, they are buying. So it seems that someone is helping them, or they are really good traders. Anyway, my view is this, for Bitcoin today, because KSI is green, if you go up itself, right, the upside potential is 45,000. Now, the support, we have 43,000, you can see that. So if the Bitcoin goes down and breaks below P2, then we should see some profit taking towards somewhere around here. But because of the KSI is green, right, it's not very possible to go down unless something drastic happens. Now, I would still prefer to buy Bitcoin at about this preview level. 40,000 is one of them. 39 is very nearby. 38 is my preferred buy. Yeah, I would prefer to buy at 38,000 because 38,000 to me is a very decent price to buy. Now, why do I say that, right? It's because of this. Okay, let me just change away the chart a bit to just show you to you my reason here. A moment. Because the highest point for this Bitcoin back here, if you can take a look on this, is about this point, it's about 64,000, right? Then after that, the last time it came down here was about 52,000. So you can see this. Let me just do a bit of maths for you. You take this as a midpoint and do the Fibo here. You will notice that this is a very, very decent support at about 29,000. And you can see the Fibonacci shows that around here itself, right, is at 61.8. So if the market pulls back here itself, right, you can see that the market beautifully, hangs around this area here. So if that's the case itself, right, if the Bitcoin is to come, it stays below 42,000, then the selling should come down a free fall back to 38,000. Now, my view is this: if you look at it and here itself, when you see KCX recently, it was here. The upside, you can see it did go up a little bit. Then the next KCX will develop here. The market went up a little bit, then came off. This one was very big. It's a gigantic move. Then now we are back KCX, right? So that's KCX itself. We are just waiting for it to happen. Okay, it failed, sorry. It failed, okay? So my view is this. If the Bitcoin can come down to here, it will still form the uptrend momentum. And once it hit there, it should be able to go up again. Okay, so you got a view now. Okay, so now if that's the case, I take this away and I will to put the trend line in. Okay, I just put the trend line in myself, my own line. Yeah, and I take this point, draw. Okay, this is wrong. Does it make sense? Hold on. Yeah, here will be better. Okay, just change the color in. Here we go. So if I take these 2 points here, point A and point B as a trend, you notice that if it comes down here, if it actually comes down to this point here, it will hit about 34,000. If it take a longer time, about 38,000. So if it ding dong until here, if it actually really happened like what I planned, if come down here slowly, and hit here, this will be a good point. So this point itself is between 36,000 to 38,000. I think that will be a very good time to buy. And that will basically do up another chart pattern like this. And of course, this time around should be able to go higher. Now, there are some people saying that Bitcoin can crash all the way down to 20,000. Honestly, I don't buy that because that there are too many reasons. Because I'm sure now it's El Salvador is a great enter as a country, and they've been buying around this price. If the market do go down to 36,000, 30,000, I think they'll buy again. So if you're going to buy again, it's all right. Do understand this? This country, when you buy the coin, is buy the cheap one. There's very limited stock in the market right now until next halving in 2024. So I cannot see how it will go down to 20,000. Although technically anything can happen, but we must understand that this is a product that's limited asset, limited quantity. So if there's going to be any like manipulation to bring it all the way down, if it really can come down to 20,000, I will tell you, I will probably go all in effect on this because I know that a country called El Salvador, they are buying at 30, they are buying around this price here. So if the price can go down to below 25,000, it's a steal because they want to push it up later again. You got my point, because a country now is involved. And not only El Salvador, there are 5 countries all buying Bitcoin. You understand? And I can tell you this, if Bitcoin go back to 50,000 and more countries will convert their currency and buy into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, the potential of Bitcoin going to 82,000, in my opinion, is going to be very, very, very high, probably by end of this year. Okay, so any pullback will be a very good point to enter the market. All right, so do you agree on that itself? Okay. All right, so all clear on this. Okay, I finished my my sharing on today's MAO. I hope you like this session once again. Today I've given you a couple of good potential trades call. You can consider to look at it, and hopefully that you can benefit out of that. All right. Okay, that will be all for today. Thank you very much for again staying with me online all the way until now. I hope you enjoyed this session. That will be all for today. I'll see you on Monday for our usual Monday MAO. Right, this is Kel signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend and stay safe. Huh?